What's going on, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of our OOTP 25 Montreal Expos expansion series. Here we're just going to cover roster expansion. We're going to see what the lineup looks like. We're going to see how everyone's performing. As you can see right away, we've picked it up a little bit for the month of August. We have not, however, been killing it by any means. So the first big thing that you guys can see, you can actually see both of them right here, are two expansion call-ups are going to be Charlie Condon. He's going to be making his MLB debut in this game here against the Mariners. And then Justin Verlander. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some team stats here. You can see our leaders. You can see Verlander is looking to, we're going to change it up so Verlander is going to be in line for the start. Juan Soto here, it's honestly for a $36 million man, he has been struggling just a little bit. Not super thrilled with this production out of our DH, out of our $36.5 million DH, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at Blaze Alexander here. Blaze Alexander has been stout for us. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I'm by no means disappointed. His ratings are looking great. His arm is a cannon. Defensively, he's been solid. I was a little worried with him at shortstop, but overall he's been serviceable, and that's the least we can ask, is just for him to go out there and hold his own. Next here we're going to cover Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant's trotting out there every day. That's the important thing. He hasn't been great, he hasn't been anything special, he's really a shell of himself, but he's giving us games and he's not hurting the team in a negative manner. He's just not helping it too much. It's kind of sad. Chris Bryant, both in this game right here and in real life, is really a shell of himself. Everyone kind of thought he was going to be the face of baseball. So for home runs, you can see Soto. Let's take a look at Adolis Garcia here. He's playing well. He's not playing anywhere near what he did for us last year, what he did for Texas last year, but he's still hitting homers. He's still giving us plus defense. So really, we can't ask for a ton more than that. Let's take a look at Trevor Story here. We actually just relegated Trevor Story to a bench role against righties to make room for Charlie Condon. He had been in that kind of first base, second base role for us. Make room for Condon. We're moving Bryant to first. We're moving Condon to the outfield spot, and Story, unfortunately, will be going to the bench. Kind of a similar case as Chris Bryant there. Unfortunately, he is just a shell of himself, but luckily, we have Boston eating the majority of his contract. So as he ages, we can really just drop him if need be, or toss him on the back end of a trade. Come back to Soto here. Soto's the team leader in steals, which feels off to me. Here's the big one. Elly De La Cruz has been playing out of his mind for us since he came over. The scouting report has gotten a little better on him, so I'm happy that we were able to get him for the price that we did. He is going to be our everyday third baseman for hopefully the next 10 years, and hopefully he will keep on killing it. He could be a stud for us. He could be something special. We'll come back here. We'll take a look at Trent Grisham. Grisham here, he was hurt for a little bit, so his numbers are down. We actually just relegated him to the fourth outfielder behind Brennan Doyle, but overall, we couldn't expect too much more. Speaking of Brennan Doyle, he has been the pleasant surprise for us this season. Outstanding defense. He's hitting the ball well. He has earned a spot in the starting lineup for this last month to finish the season, and he has earned a spot on the team next year. I have no doubts that he is going to be part of our roster, even if it's in more of a platoon role for 2026. We'll come look at pitching. Nothing special really going on here. Pepiot's holding his own. He's not disappointing us. One guy that we actually do very much want to look at is Daniel Palencia. So right there you can see he's actually our best performing pitcher at the moment, which, I mean, honestly is a little disappointing because I was hoping Kumar Rocker would hold it. You just saw Rocker there. Little bit of a disappointment, but he's actually been playing better as of late. We've got AJ Puck here, 25 saves. He's pitching very well. Justin Verlander here, call up. We're going to get him the start here against Seattle. Hopefully he can trot out for, 3-4 more starts and end his career on a high note. Ratings still are pretty solid, so I'm not too worried about him here. Let's get him in that starting spot over Jack Leiter. AJ Puck playing well. Ferguson has struggled a little bit after we re-signed him, but it is what it is with Caleb Ferguson. A lot of our other relievers have played very well. You can see actually one new name there, Julian Merriweather. He was our only deadline acquisition, and really he was just more of a toss-in. He's a good reliever, good ratings, but the big thing is we moved Smith and Jigba and Christian Cairo. Cairo's a pretty good prospect at shortstop, but we got Michael Molinax back, so a former second-round pick in last year's draft. Good defender, good batting potential, could be an MLB player in the future. Time will tell. He's actually playing terribly in Rookie League right there, though, you can see. So we'll see what happens with him. Overall, it's a no-risk, small reward kind of trade, so I'm happy to do it. As we can see MLB stats here, you can see league leader in average is looking at Jordan Walker. He's actually hurt for 5 weeks right now, go figure. Justin Turner's having a career revival in Chicago. Yoshida, Adael Amadur, who actually looks incredible. What are those ratings down in Coors too? He is going to feast. We'll come back now. Take a look, Xander Bogaerts. Big time Xander fan, loved him in Boston. Kinda sad to see him go to San Diego and how things have played out there with all the massive contracts that aren't exactly getting results on the field. We'll come on over now. We're going to look at the home run leaders. We've got Shohei Ohtani, O'Neal Cruz, Acuna, Jackson Holliday providing some power, and Kyle Schwarber. Let's actually click on Kyle Schwarber here. See what he's doing. Kyle Schwarber, pretty good numbers. He's a fun guy where he hits home runs. Doesn't really hit anything else. He hits home runs, draws walks. It's kind of those two. You can see Cruz here for RBIs. Wyatt Langford not far behind. You can see Langford leading a couple other stats. Holliday looking like an MVP runaway in WAR. Wyatt Langford, though, has the batting stats. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Let's take a look at him a little closer here. They're playing him at center field right now in Texas, which could be hurting him a little bit. Come down here, Harris leads in hits. You've got Acuna and Esteury Ruiz leading in stolen bases. Langford for OPS plus, which doesn't shock me, but Holliday is right there too. As far as pitchers go, you got Blake Snell having a great year. Nestor Cortez, Seth Lugo leading the league in wins right now. Joan Duran and Edwin Diaz up there for saves. Nola and Skubal are looking like the top dogs as far as WAR is concerned. We've got Strider and Tiedemann with over 200. Snell's going to crack 200. Luis Castillo's going to crack 200. Aaron Nola's probably going to crack 200 here. Got Kumar Rocker, top 5 for walks. Go Kumar. And then complete games just because it's fun and only one guy has 2. Ben Brown, good for you, Ben Brown. So without further ado, let's kick off the game here. We're going to handle it as we normally do. We're going to play the first inning just so we can see Charlie Condon make his MLB debut, get his first MLB at bat, and then after that we're going to simulate to the end of the game. We'll play out the very end, and we'll cover the next time. Here we go, folks. Turn that back, got Ryan batting to lead off. What happens? How does it sound? Very exciting. Charlie Condon takes the one third out. Goes 471 feet to dead center in his MLB debut for his first career at bat. Let's take a look at the stats here. Nothing special from anyone. No one had more than a single hit. Condon went 1 for 3 with a walk. No one on the Seattle really did anything special either. Verlander comes down, player of the game, Justin Verlander. Verlander goes 6 innings, 3 Ks, 93 pitches. Ferguson, Soriano do their job. Puck comes in and does his job. Overall, good game. With that, I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. We'll check in at the end of the season for a postseason wrap-up and free agency preview. Thank you.